Hello everyone, my name is Evan, and I like to make stop-motion dinosaurs and monsters. And in this YouTube video today, the animation preparation is underway for the next big movie monster fight, I do say. The first order of business in this video today is some kaiju surgery, I do say, where Godzilla will be getting some work done for some more monster fighting fun. Then once all the surgeries are done, we'll have a little bit of video storyboarding fun. And while I restore my Godzilla today, we'll be talking about, well, the possibility of Godzilla the New Empire having a sequel today. So we'll start things off with the good news. Godzilla x Kong The New Empire dominated the Easter weekend box office. Within the first few days of its release, it became the third highest grossing film of this year so far. So arguably, I think it's pretty clear that monsters are the most popular that they've ever been. So if you wanted the Monsterverse to continue, it looks like we'll be more than likely heading off in that direction, due to these outstanding numbers in the box office weekend release. And there's already some good ideas out there floating around of what the sequel could look like to Godzilla x Kong The New Empire. And to be honest, as a hardcore G-Man fan myself, I'm pretty sure the rest of you Godzilla fans are going to love the direction that Adam Wingard is going to be taking with this new story, or the possibility with the, well, Godzilla x Kong sequel. So be sure to atomic blast away that like button, I do say, and subscribe if you're new here today, and share with your monster-loving friends and family. So hopefully this gets the algorithm all fired up so more Monsterverse fans can get the good news. Now, in regards to there being a trilogy of films for this series of Godzilla, this is what Adam Wingard had to say. The whole idea, if you've done 2 movies, maybe you should just go ahead and do a third, because clearly there's a trilogy in there. I definitely think there's more story to this, and I definitely have more story to tell. But it mainly depends on how well Godzilla x Kong The New Empire does, and how things kinda shape out. Now, I know that sounds like a very diplomatic answer, but the truth is, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I do have more stories to tell with these monsters, and I know where I would go with it. I would be very excited to be able to come back for another one if things worked out. And it appears that fate is on Adam's side here, because unless the New Empire just randomly stops making money, the movie's certainly going to do well enough to warrant a sequel, especially considering the fact that this was the cheapest Monsterverse movie to ever make, with a respectable blockbuster budget of approximately $135 million. And this is what Adam Wingard is thinking about his third Monsterverse movie, at least at this point. He says, I definitely have some ideas on where they could go. In the way that Kong is treated in this movie, if this movie is successful, I think the next movie will be the Godzilla version of what we did with this film, kinda pushing deeper into his story. But Kong's story is just beginning, even though I think he's coming to his own as the king of the Hollow Earth. He's not going to be a Scar King type of ruler. He is not a dictator of any kind. And to see how Kong will work with this group, and how he himself will be a leader, I think will be very interesting because I don't see it being all that straightforward. Now, I personally really love watching Kong as the lead in the Monsterverse, but I can also agree with some of the G-Man fans getting a little bit restless on, well, Godzilla having to take a bit of a side character role in this film. And it would be really nice to see Godzilla as the true star again in the next film. And it's not like Kong's gonna go anywhere if they do this. He is just going to be down in the Hollow Earth focusing on becoming a leader and ruling all these Kongs, hopefully not in a way like the Scar King, but I think we all know that Kong's a pretty nice guy. And that being said, I would definitely like to see more of the culture of the Kongs, and especially see the apes roaming free in the Hollow Earth now that the Scar King has passed away. I'm assuming the Kongs will have more access to the Hollow Earth now without fear of Godzilla interfering. It kinda seems like Godzilla's beef with the Kongs has settled down at this point now that the Scar King is dead. But what would Godzilla's story actually be? Well, sadly, it's a little too early to say. But at this point in the Monsterverse, we almost need to see Godzilla's story, his true purpose come to fruition, in this potential final Adam Wingard Monsterverse movie. I'm not saying he needs to die or anything, he just needs some sort of closure. Basically coming full circle with his story. Now, personally, I could probably go on just about forever watching Godzilla do his thing in the Monsterverse. But unfortunately, being realistic, I don't think we can continue this style of Showa-era films forever. Basically, before people start getting tired of it. So therefore, Godzilla needs to have his final big act, even bigger than his battle against Ghidorah. And whatever idea Adam Wingard has in his head, it's probably wild, wacky, and fun, and I'm definitely going to be interested to see what he comes up with. Now, with all that being said, we're still gonna have to wait and see to see how it all pans out, because it is still way too early to be talking about a sequel, even though it's probably looking like we're gonna get one. Either way, I figured you would all really enjoy to hear, well, Godzilla could be the main focus for the next Monsterverse movie. So now, if that does happen, let's get some ideas going here. What do you think Godzilla should do in his very own monster movie again? Let me know in the comments below. And if you find your creative juices are really flowing, be sure to, well, give a suggestion for this upcoming monster fight. I definitely got some fun out of, well, asking what we could possibly do in some of the live streams. So it'll be very interesting, and I'll give you a few hints as to what will be coming up in this monster fight here soon. Or perhaps leave a request. So I will do a quick update on the leaderboard. Right now, it is Team Doug is definitely in the win, followed by Kong and Scar King and Shin Godzilla. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video today while I operated on Godzilla, you could say, and talked about the Monsterverse today. So before I leave you to the beauty shots, as well as a little bit of foreshadowing in the upcoming animation, be sure to smash that like button if you do appreciate all the hard work and effort that goes into, well, making these characters, because, well, this guy is definitely not a small project. He is about 16 inches tall and 6 to 7 pounds of plasticine clay. So I just want you all to know I appreciate every single one of you, and you are the inspiration for this channel. So thank you for your support. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the very end of the video. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the content, comment below what you think, share with your friends, and perhaps consider subscribing if you're new. And that's all from me. Till next time, take it easy.